Hey, I hosted and posted a video on how to make a living as a creative the other day, and I totally did not share this point. And this is one of the rare things that you have as a creative artist within your community that you can do and create income off of the latest craze of Airbnb and these experiences that they have. One of the things you want to do as an artist is consider hosting an experience, right, through Airbnb in your local community. And that way, people can book your experiences and you can do your master class, you can do whatever you're teaching and training people online, live, right in the comfort of your city. If you're doing an artist tour, set that up as an experience for people to have in your community. If you're doing a sip and paint, do a sip and paint on the shore, right? How about that? Sip and paint by the bay. I'm in San Diego. Imagine if you had sip and paint in the sun, right? Just at a local place where you could connect with a vendor and have your wares going and selling that experience, as well as them buying wine and cheese and whatever else going with it, right there with your vendor. Boom. Have it done right there. Here's how you get set up to do your services on Airbnb. I would do that immediately. Get signed up, fill out the application, check that out. There's different ways that people have used Airbnb in the past, and so they might have been a host for a property, but you can also be a host for an Airbnb experience. And so being a host for Airbnb experience is different than being a host for a property. And so I would definitely check out these links, like I'm sharing with you. And when you want to get more into this, here's the process I would say go through. Complete the application, do the application, explain what you're doing, and understand that your application is going to be reviewed, right? Your application is going to be reviewed by Airbnb, and they're going to review it for safety and quality standards. That's what's going to happen. That's part of the big deal. Okay. So let them do that. Let them do what they do and get in there and make sure you have everything to the T so that you can pass muster and create those experiences for people and take it from there. Once you have been approved, right? I would say once you've been approved, your next step is to set up your listings, have some photos that you can stage with guests from an experience that you've already created in the past, or have one that you stage and set up as a mock experience. It doesn't have to be the whole thing in the photo. It just has to capture the moment and the essence of it. What you need to do is have a very detailed description. You need a very detailed description in there because that detailed description is going to give people what to expect, right? And any other information that's going to attract the right type of client. But that's once you're approved, right? The waiting process is varied because this is still a new thing with Airbnb. But think about it. If you get approved, you set it up, and you use the platform to manage your bookings, any communications with guests, and update your experience as well. And why? Well, you want to use that because when you use the platform, you've got the protection of the platform. When you use the platform, you have the protection of the platform because most probably all of the communications are recorded. All the registrations are recorded. And so if someone says, well, we didn't get what we signed up for and it should have been this, you say, here's the description. Here's what you signed up. Here's when you signed up. Here's how much you paid. Here's what you got. In fact, here's a review by you on the platform that says, boom. So why are you giving us a problem now? That's how I would handle it. That's the way I would look at it. That's the way I would do it. One of the best things about this is that Airbnb Experiences provide another monetization vehicle for creative artists to connect with not just their community, but also local tourists who are around. And when you connect with local tourists, you're able to expand your reach beyond your current circle. And so, what you can do as a creative artist is develop, like I said, sip and paint by the shore or in the sun, you know, wine and words of poetry, whatever it may be. But however you create your experience, it can be something that's hosted on Airbnb. Other people can tune in and sign up and say, hey, we're going to be in town. Let's check this out. Let's share this experience. And use that as a springboard to get people involved with your other content, right? When they show up, have them sign up for the newsletter. When they show up, collect. Come on, this is customer relationship work that you're doing right here. This is the CRM in building phase. This is the database in the beta phase that you're building people who are having experiences with you, and now they are coming to know you and your product. Try it out. Remember, here's what you go to sign up as a host for Airbnb Experiences. Do it if you're able to set something up in your area, in your region, in your town that people would definitely benefit from as tourists. You never know. You never know what may happen within your own area that may cause you to have greater monetization as well as marketing by simply hosting an Airbnb experience. God bless.